Bum bum bum
Bum bum bum bum bum bum bum. Tom Cruise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovie. So awesome, I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
This is our Let's Talk session where we talk about everything, anything. But the title is a placeholder. But I will be doing a review of Doom: The Dark Ages for the first 10 minutes. Because I really want to get it out there because I've been a big Doom fan for forever. And I just want to have some comments. And Won-Jin didn't play Doom, so he's going to be the spectator on this one and asking me questions. But big shout out to Scott Walker, Zezzy, and Void. Here we go. Yo, Doom Dark Ages. So Won-Jin, like the modern Doom was rebooted in 2016 with Doom. And then in 2020, they had a sequel called Doom Eternal. And then just this month, they also released a third game on the modern trilogy called Doom: The Dark Ages. And I've been playing the Doom Dark Ages.
Wait a minute, something's wrong.
Yeah?
I don't know why, but live chat is currently unavailable.
Oh, really?
That's weird.
Huh, but it appears on the screen though.
Yeah. Alright. But anyways, please continue.
Yeah, and I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages recently on Nightmare because I played with Ultra Violence first.
So Nightmare is like a higher difficulty
Then Ultra Violence.
than Ultraviolent.
That's-
What's the hardest one?
Ultra Nightmare.
Okay.
And the difference between Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare is in Nightmare, if you die, you just restart on the last checkpoint. But Ultra Nightmare, you have to start the whole game over.
Oh man.
And you know what, man? I beat Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 on Ultra Nightmare. That's why I have a golden armor. And Doom Eternal is considered a masterpiece by a lot of fans. I happen to be on that camp because some people like Doom 2016 more than Eternal. Some people like Eternal more than Doom 2016. And they're having a huge debate about Doom Dark Ages. Because one of the things about the modern Doom franchise is they change the play style every game. So in Doom 2016, you were just running around with a gun and you can blast any demons. And in Doom 2016, they added more mechanics to it. So the demons had what you call weak points, and you had to swap weapons to blow those weak points out to make the demons weaker. And you had specific weapons for each demon that were like there's 상성. Like you could kill them more easily with those weapons.
Okay.
So Doom Eternal, you had to swap between those weapons. And it also made you jump around because you remember when we played Unreal Tournament?
Yeah.
And then we jump on the...
And jump around everywhere.
Yeah, that's what Doom Eternal is. Doom 2016 didn't have that. But Doom: The Dark Ages changed all that and gave you a Captain America shield. Yeah. So you have a gun and a shield that you can block.
Why didn't you have that shield in previous Doom?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Like they didn't have the technology?
That's a good question, but it doesn't matter. 'Cause it's a game. So one of the problem with the Doom Dark Ages is one of the great thing about Doom Eternal was that every level it made you feel like you were getting better and better. Like there was a progression. They gave you weapons, and each weapon gave you more freedom to play around how you want to. But in the Doom Dark Ages, the problem is the shield is so powerful. You can just throw it at them, block attacks.
Oh, so you can use it like a projectile.
Yeah.
Instead of just using it as a shield.
Oh, I have to explain. It's not just a shield, but it's a shield saw. So the shield has a saw on it. If you throw it at a demon, it makes them put in place while the saw cuts them in half.
Oh man.
While you shoot at them. But the problem with the Doom Dark Ages, I think, the difference between Doom Eternal and Dark Ages is in Doom Eternal, there was no shield. It was all about the weapon you newly acquire that allowed you to play differently.
Mm-hmm.
So every level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, you feel like you were getting stronger and stronger. But the Doom Dark Ages, the problem is they give you the Captain America shield from the start, so you feel powerful right away. So there was nothing earned. Like you didn't play to, like, you earned that experience. So I think a lot of things that Doom Dark Ages could have done is, so the shield has 3 mechanics. It can block attack, and you can throw it. So, okay, it's 2 mechanics. But I feel like they should have given just one before the other. Like, what I mean? Because from the start, you can block or throw it. If you throw it, you can kill a lot of mob enemies so easily. I feel like the throwing thing should have given around level 4 and 5. Like, later. Only you're only allowed to block in the beginning, and then they should have given that shield power later to give you, like, that feeling of progression. And that's the feeling I get in Doom Dark Ages, where, to sum it up, it's easier to become good than Doom Eternal. And that's...
But because of that, as you play more and more, it's less rewarding.
Exactly. Thank you, man. Like, remember how when we were young, like, if you die on a mission, you start from the start point? It doesn't have that feeling. And a recent patch made it better. That's why... But the thing about it is... Once remember how we played Sudden Attack and Counter-Strike? Imagine them having a shield that can block, like, rocket launches or demon hellfire. I think it's very experimental, the Doom Dark Ages. That's why I mentioned DLC, because I have to go back to Doom Eternal. If you're a Doom Eternal fan, you know that the first DLC was like StarCraft Brood War. In the fact that Brood War made everything from StarCraft better.
Better balance among different factions.
Not just that, but better gameplay, everything. Doom Eternal's first DLC, there's 2 DLC. The first one, called Ancient Gods Part 1, is the most amazing DLC I ever played.
Why?
Because Doom Eternal, they make you master. So you start off as 1 out of 10. But around level like 10, you're like 10 out of 10 now. You're so good at it now, you can play with the game with your eye closed, and you're so fun, right? But the DLC, you know what they do? The first DLC, they make it 11 out of 10.
Oh, okay. We're finally getting the messages here. Something's wrong with the live chat. It's not really showing up properly.
We didn't see the comment for a while. Scott Walker, we're going to do that in about 5 minutes after I talk about Doom Dark Ages. How was the soundtrack, Void? The soundtrack was Because, Won-Jin, you don't know this, but in Doom 2016... and Doom Eternal, there was this great musician called Mick Gordon. He does a lot of game soundtrack. His soundtrack made the game.
You know, that's also like a really important point in gaming, because I still remember there are certain game soundtracks that I still remember from childhood because they were so good, and they kind of add and amplify the excitement
that's a good point.
of playing the game. So I think having a good soundtrack is one of like key elements of good game.
Doom Dark Ages doesn't have that. The soundtrack is kind of average. Doom Eternal soundtrack is amazing. Let me tell you guys, every Doom fan will know this. The 5th level is called Super Gore Nest. That's the name of the mission. And the music kicks in. Because by the time you go to Super Gore Nest in Doom Eternal, you're like, now I know how to play the game. And they give you a ballista or bazooka, I don't remember. But the music, you fucking ready? And then so you go in like, there's this guitar rip that goes crazy. And Super Gore Nest, you go and you're like, I'm a fucking god now. I'm stomping on demons' heads. I don't give a fuck anymore. Doom Dark Ages doesn't have that, because Doom Dark Ages, there's a mission called The Seas, Part 1 and 2. I feel like the creators meant that to be like Super Gore Nest and Eternal, because that's when the map is the loudest. Yeah, the only thing they fear is the really famous soundtrack. From
that's the name of the soundtrack?
Yeah, that's the most famous one. Each level has a different soundtrack. But Doom Dark Ages, when I go to Seas, I don't have that. I don't feel like I made that progression like I did in Eternal. Like the soundtrack is kind of boring and the map is wide. But I want to say this about Doom Dark Ages though. I feel like the Doom Dark Ages combat system is more easy to approach than Eternal, but harder to master than Eternal in a way.
Really?
Yeah, because Doom Eternal is all about the gunplay. You don't have a shield. It's all about how you quickly swap the guns depending on the enemy in front of you. But the Doom Dark Ages, the weapon swap doesn't matter. It's about how you use the shield. And now that I'm on Nightmare, now I'm starting to realize that the shield can be used more creatively.
So after maybe you successfully finished the game in Ultra Nightmare, maybe you might have like a different review of the game. Because once you master like the use of the shield, then you might evaluate it differently.
That's so true though. But the thing is, I have to complete Nightmare first. And there was a patch like 2 days ago where they made it more difficult. Now I'm enjoying it, playing it more. Because when Doom Dark Ages was out, I bought the premium edition because I love id games. So because Ultra Violence is a lower level than Nightmare, but Doom Dark Ages, the problem was it was so fucking easy. And then with the recent patch, now I'm dying for no reason. I'm like, okay, now this is hard.
Or also maybe with Doom Dark Ages, they're considering players who are new to the game.
That's
because
true.
You've already played Doom Eternal, that you find it like too easy.
Yeah.
But maybe to newcomers it might be different.
That's why you're smart, man. That's a good point, because I think they did that intentionally. That's why they changed the game mechanics and system completely.
And maybe that could have been the feedback from like a focus group with Doom Eternal.
That could be, yeah. Because Doom Eternal, I feel like it couldn't be upgraded anymore. But the reason why I say Doom Dark Ages DLC is important, because Won-Jin, you don't know this because you're not a Doom fan. Right now, a lot of Doom community is divided whether they like Doom Dark Ages or not. Because there are hardcore Doom Eternal fans who miss that. Like, remember, it's like Tekken. Once you play tag, you can't go back. And Doom Eternal was like Tekken Tag, the first one, in that it was so perfect. If they make new games, it's like, I want tag, I want to swap, I want those combos.
Oh, and hold on, Scott Walker, he asked this question twice. What would Spider-Man be like if he could handle Captain America's shield? I think he really doesn't need it, but he would find even more creative ways of using it because he has the web. And we do get a quick glimpse of him wielding that shield in, I think, Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he takes the shield away from Captain.
Hey, sorry, Scott Walker. You can chat all you want now. I'm gonna stop now because before I end it, before I read the comments, I want to say this: Doom Dark Ages, guys. I want to say this to like Doom community fans, like. I feel like the DLC might be amazing, though. Because just like Eternal, Ancient Gods Part 1, there's this first mission called USC Atlantica. That's a legendary level for Doom players. That's the one where the difficulty is 11 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
And it's like, you know what it is? It's like a fuck you, let's go. Like the developer's telling you, you think you're good?
Try this.
Yeah, let's go, motherfucker. And you're like, fuck yeah, bring it to me. And the soundtrack by David Levy, I think. It's a difference because Mick Gordon had a beef with Bethesda, and he was no longer the soundtrack for the DLCs. But there was this amazing soundtrack by David Levy called UAC Atlantica for that mission. Bum, bum, bum. And then it has this effect that Ancient Gods Part 1, there's 3 levels. The first level is a perfect mix of 2016 and Eternal. 2016, it kind of looked like... Remember, Won-Jin, did you play Doom 3?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like Doom 3, but except you have Eternal, so you're like a...
Man, Doom 3, I remember at the time, that was like state-of-the-art Doom.
Yeah.
But that's like 20 years ago.
It is.
Yo,
And
man.
UAC Atlantica, the first level is like 2000, Doom 3, 2016... and Doom Eternal mixed together. And Ancient Gods Part 1 is like Empire Strike Backs in the Doom Eternal series. Because there's the main game and the first DLC and the second DLC. Ancient Gods Part 1, all 3 missions are fucking malicious. Like, all the missions are really dour. It's always raining or there's shit in the swamp. And there's a fucking heaven that's been corrupted by demons. So the UAC Atlantica is the highlight of Doom Eternal. So, I'm going to finish with this. I'm so sorry to ramble on, guys, because just like Won-Jin rambled on about Mission Impossible, I'm gonna ramble with Dark Ages. If the DLC storyline delivers something of an upgrade to the main game, where now we know how to use the shield and the gun, and that it challenges us like that, I think the Doom Dark Ages DLC might be Doom Dark Ages Redemption. Because
I'm pretty sure they're getting a lot of feedback from diehard like Doom Eternal fans like you.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that DLCs will fix
reflect on those.
Yeah, reflect on all the problems that you mentioned.
Yeah, because Doom Dark Ages on Steam, I think it had like 30,000 like concurrent users. Because Doom Eternal had 100,000.
Whoa.
So the number dropped to a third. I mean, I know there's a Xbox Pass, so they have different like console players can access it too. But I think I want to say this to like Doom fans, like guys, let's wait for the DLC. I feel like the first DLC that, or it might be the only DLC. That comes out of Dark Ages might be our StarCraft Brood War or Ancient Gods Part 1. If because there's this, the game director is called Hugo Martin. He was a designer in Pacific Rim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And he's an amazing game director from, like, I've seen his YouTube like interviews from Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. So I feel like Dark Ages was really smart, except it doesn't have the flow of Eternal yet. That's why I think if the DLC can deliver on our comments, it can do better. I'm going to stop now.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
You know, this is one lesson that all gaming companies should take note. Like, if there's a very steep learning curve to any game, it's very, very effective at creating loyal fans.
Yeah, because it's like, I invested too much on this pain.
Because they spend so much time and effort and blood and tears to get good in that game.
Yeah,
that
get
they
good.
stay loyal.
Yo, because they did a recent patch. Now that it's harder, I'm liking the game more. Because I feel like the game is insulting me. Remember one time when we were playing Mario when we were young? Every time we died, we're like, fuck this game. I'm gonna beat it. Okay, but now, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop now. Unless you guys ask a question related to, I'm gonna read your comments now.
Scott Walker. Oh, any crash issues? Heard it was a problem for some.
Yo, Void, I'm running this on RTX 2060. Like, it's running smoothly, man. There's no crash issues.
Boys, check out one of the most famous dingo attack of all time in Australian history. The Zaria Chamberlain dingo attack. Dingo attacks are on the rise here in Australia. There's quite a few bad ones. I think you mentioned it, and we looked it up last time, Scott. Not last time, but some time ago, Walker. And I heard that they could be really aggressive.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the name doesn't sound so like threatening because it sounds cute, dingo.
Yeah, it does.
But man, these guys, they don't fuck around.
No, but just be careful around any wild animals, man.
And check out a movie on your movie list. It's called A Cry in the Dark. Meryl Streep is in the movie, and Sam Neill. Okay, I've never seen those two together. Because Sam Neill's the guy from Jurassic Park, remember? I feel like Doom is too on-the-surface game and made for the masses. It feels like it lacks depth and is limiting. Get on this.
That sounds like someone who never played the game. Like Doom is always about the gameplay. Like the game, like that's like saying boxing has no depth because you guys are punching each other.
You don't even have to go there. I mean,
what's up?
You cannot badmouth Doom because basically Doom is like the ancestor of all FPS games. Yeah, exactly. Doom is basically a pioneer in this entire game genre. So just being the fact that Doom is basically what created this entire genre.
He bit it. She was trying to trigger us.
It's impossible to badmouth Doom.
Yeah. No, but that's the. Before I answer your question, Won-Jin put it really well. That's like saying kickboxing is all about kicking and punching another person. Okay, that doesn't make sense, hon. I will allow to play a video game by when you're actually in the game. Say you're walking for a forest and you're hunting a deer or a bear or a wolf. I want to play those sort of games. Yeah, that's a good idea, Walker. If they can do it realistically, I would actually enjoy those games. Back in the day, Azaria disappeared.
Police are trying to cover up the case. I'm pretty sure their initial reaction was pretty bad. That's why they're trying to cover it up.
Okay.
Everything trying to put all the blame on the mother. Yeah, it was the corrupt and the police back there were bad. That's really sad. Why don't you look it up right now? Cry in the dark and watch a trailer of it. Hold on.
In the dark, man.
Cry in the dark.
I'm sorry for my rambling about Doom because I'm such a fan. You know, Doom Eternal, I played like 520 hours. Because battle mode, the multiplayer was amazing.
Wow, it's an old movie. It's from 1988.
Big shout out to Fullback, Magnus, Under the Mayo, Alston. Like, I watch your videos, man.
Oh, okay. A mother whose child was killed in a dingo attack in the Australian outback fights to prove her innocence when she's accused of murder. Okay, so this is inspired by that incident. Sam Neill and Meryl Streep.
Okay.
It's from 1988.
Oh, for newcomers, this is our Let's Talk session where we talk about anything and everything. So we won't be just talking about Doom on this one. So if you came here for Doom, you can leave the chat anytime you want.
Scott Walker, there's a game like this and has dinosaurs. It's called Ark Survival Evolved. Look it up. Okay, I've never heard of that game. Look up dingo attacks right now on Fraser Island.
No, but Won-Jin, you would love Doom, man. It's your kind of game.
You know, I told you I would love it, but now I'm getting motion sickness when I play FPS.
No, but
that's the only reason I can't play it.
No, but you can watch Mission Impossible. So let me tell you this. Like, Won-Jin, tell me if I'm wrong. Every game we played together, you have always been a very aggressive player. Yes?
That's right.
You have always been like, winning doesn't matter. Me killing everybody in front of me matters, yes? So Doom is that kind of game where if you are aggressive, you are rewarded.
Crush, kill, and destroy.
Yeah. Doom is that kind of game.
By the way, that's also a name of this real-time strategy game called KKND.
Wow,
Crush,
I
kill,
haven't
and
heard
destroy.
that name in a long time, man. Wow.
There were some great RTS games back in the day.
Hey, Won-Jin, you remember PC Magazine when we read that shit? Oh, man, that was amazing.
And also, there was this RTS called Total Annihilation. That was pretty awesome, too.
Yeah, it did.
But eventually, StarCraft reigned supreme. It was all about this multiplayer thing.
Yo, by the way, every Korean knows they might not be a good StarCraft player, but if they watch a StarCraft match, they know what's going on. That's how much we are educated.
That's right. It's like chess to us.
Yeah, it is. Just saying you're on a tour in Uluru is right, Australia.
You can hear the ghostly cries of a baby Azaria and her ghost is haunting the area where she disappeared. Yeah, we just looked it up. She was like nine weeks old. Man, what a tragedy. Right? It has good graphics, but it requires special computer settings because it's quite heavy. I must mention I get dizzy when I was watching Mission Impossible. I'd never get dizzy playing PC games. That's exactly the opposite for me. Oh, remember that movie Cloverfield?
Oh, yeah.
That movie also gave me motion sickness.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember. I think that's when it kind of started beginning to me. Because when I was younger, I hadn't had any motion sickness with like visual media. Like video games, movies, or anything. But that's when it kind of started.
Do you think it's your eyesight thing?
I don't know.
It could be, I think. How bad are dog attack or wolf attacks in Korea?
We do have dog attacks from time to time, but we've never had a wolf attack. Not based on what I remember.
Yeah, there are no wolves in Korea, Walker.
But there are cases where dogs like bite like pedestrians, and they're usually like the big ones, and they're not muzzled.
Oh boy, Jin on Lazarus. It seemed like the organization was wasting time treating some escaped fetishes who has no pertinent skills needed to find a scientist.
What's that's exactly right.
I haven't watched it yet, guys.
It kind of gives me that they're just posing without any substance. And it's so clear that this but the protagonist, the escape artist from prison, he does a lot of this like parkour and like capoeira shit. It just seems like a poor copy of Spike. What was that his name? Spike from Cowboy Bebop?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about Lazarus, the animation. You will probably feel the same when you watch it, because it does have similar elements to Cowboy Bebop, but it tries to copy the style, but I don't know, it just feels like a knockoff. And I just thought the way they like kind of introduces the exposition was also poorly done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really convinced like why that team needs to be together. You're gonna understand when you see the
Okay.
first episode.
Yo,
There's,
boy,
like, this
I
team.
haven't watched any Lazarus episodes yet.
Mm.
That's why I don't know what's going on.
And man, what's up with the drawing, the quality of the animation itself?
Oh, here we go.
Yo, I know they're saving cost, but if we have the technology, then maybe you should try to utilize to make the scenes look a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Because how is it possible that an animation looks worse than an animation created 25 years ago or
Won-Jin,
30 years ago?
Don't you think there are no more employable artists like that anymore? They're old and they passed
I don't
away.
know,
Or
but maybe we're gonna see like a renaissance in anime because I'm seeing a lot of like progress being done with AI,
mm-hmm.
and basically it can replace a lot of these sketch artists.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, hopefully, we will see like this crazy quality, detailed animations coming out soon with the help of AI. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yo, fuck your AI love, man. You just watch. Okay.
You know, Mission Impossible, the
That's
Final
right.
Reckoning.
You hypocrite.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think animation drawing AI has become sentient yet.
You know, Won-Jin, I never used ChatGPT ever. I watched someone next to me use it. You know what I said? Fuck that shit. And you slave to AI.
And that's how you fall behind. You know, I'm pretty sure there was some old grandpa who thought, yo, fuck personal computers and fuck the internet.
You win.
And I'm pretty sure he's taking lessons now on how to double click
That's so true.
and
though.
use smartphones.
That's so true, though. That's very true. On Easter weekend in 2019, this family went camping on Fraser Island, and a dingo or two dragged.
12-month boy out of his family's camper van into the bush, and his father rescued him. Yo, those dingoes need to be killed. Like, any animal that learns how to harm humans, they need to be put down. Because, I mean, it becomes a habit. When dogs bite in Korea, they get bitten back. That's right.
No,
Don't fuck with Koreans.
No, we eat them. We annihilate them.
That's right.
Yo, remember when we were growing up? You know, our ecosystem was more healthy than this, but I think we, as a Korean society, we just killed them all.
Yeah.
You know, we're so Christian in that way. We're like, I don't know if there's any Christian. I'm so sorry to say this, but everything that God gave us is ours. Like animals, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
We're gonna lock you up or eat you or destroy you.
Man, this is so politically incorrect nowadays.
No, but hey, we're allowed to say that, right? No, but you can disagree because I feel like that's like the Korean ethnicity. We're like a hornet's nest.
Yeah.
Remember when COVID happened? Like, we would find and scour every victim and rescue them with or without their permission. Like, that's some hardcore shit, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard men nowadays ask ChatGPT for dating advice. Boys, look up dingo attack history in Australia.
All right, we'll do that now. This witness in Isaiah Chamberlain case said he... Okay. Yo, man, Walker, that's so dark, man. That's really dark. You know what I think if I was a tigers, bears, wolves, they ate everything, so now there's no threat in Korea. Australians should do the same. They eat those dingoes.
Yo, there's a joke in Korea. If you want certain animals or insects gone, and if we think they're invasive to our ecosystem, we just have to spread rumor that is good for man's stamina, and they will disappear in a few months.
First of all, thank you for sharing our heritage to the world.
All these ajoshis, they're gonna be hunting them down.
Yo, man, we're Ajashi there too. What you talking about? Like, why are you pretending like you're a separate species than them? You're Ajashi too, Won-Jin now. You sure talk like Ajashi with your floppy disk shit.
Yo, I was attacked by a dingo and Red saw the attack and protected me. He'll rip that dingo apart. Oh, that's a relief. You better have some like animal buddies to protect you around.
Void has coming. What was up with the random gang shootout as well? It doesn't seem to add to the plot in any way.
Exactly. That felt so... Oh, you haven't seen Lazarus
Is
yet?
that... Oh, Lazarus.
But that scene, to me, it was pointless.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so what's the point of the shootout?
Oh,
And
wait.
what's at stake?
Hey, fuck Lazarus. Guys, have you watched Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6? Who watched Episode 6, man? I watched it. Won-Jin didn't.
And supposedly it's really good. And like Joe predicted, it was a flashback.
Yo, Won-Jin, I feel like they're going to be a Season 3 now.
Don't you think there should be? Because I don't think they're gonna like finish like the entire arc with this season with the remaining number of episodes.
No, but why did they... This is like the fucking Squid Game Season 2 again.
It's like season 2 part 1 instead of being season 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an entire season if you do that. Like, because when I hear season, I feel like it's supposed to be like a complete arc. Like, if it's going to be called Season 2 and 3, like, that's fucked up. Oh,
Yeah,
Void didn't watch
Void
it.
also didn't watch it yet.
I haven't been attacked by Dingo. I'm saying it was red. It would protect me in the...
Oh, okay. The boy who was attacked by a dingo called Hunter Alistair, he had a fractured skull. Whoa. Injuries for the dingo attack and airlifting him to the hospital at nighttime. Damn.
All right, let's search Dingo Australia. Man, they look so adorable.
I think they're basically kind of like jackals.
Wild dogs.
Yeah, wild dogs in Africa. Yo. If they pick up a habit of eating humans, yeah, they need to be... They need to be put down. There's got to be a war against them. And I swear in Korea, all you need to do is just tell people, spread this false rumor that they're good for man's stamina.
Joe, take a bell and do shame thing to Won-Jin like that lady from God.
Game of Thrones.
For not watching the episode.
Shame. Oh, by the way, that Shame lady, she's also in Mission Impossible. She makes an appearance here.
Won-Jin, put the camera on me. Like I give a fuck. Alright, never mind. If you go to a place where Azaria was taken, oh man, that's Darkwalker. Wolf dingoes are okay. I was watching Murder Bot, adaptation of massively successful acclaimed novel. Oh, Murder Bot is a novel.
Murder Bot.
We're gonna search it now.
Okay, looks creepy.
Is that
Alex
Skarsgård?
Yeah, Alex Skarsgård. We saw him from Succession. Is an engaging adaptation that captures the spirit of the source material, an AI who wants nothing more than to be left alone to binge media. But keeps... Hold on. Let's read the rest. But... Hold on. Wait, hey, where's that description that disappeared?
So, Void, I have a question. Do you recommend Murderbot?
Security android struggles with emotions and free will.
We gotta watch Lazarus.
Desire for isolation. Oh, that's interesting. It's an AI that just wants to be
Left alone.
left alone.
Yo, Cowboy Bebop was such a masterpiece, though.
There's a new animation. It's called Memoirs of a Snail from 2024. We'll have to check it out. It's quite hilarious and has a better depiction of autism than the I Am a Surgeon mess. Tragic comedy animation. Memoirs of a Snail? I've never heard of this. Oh, it kind of looks like those old like clay animation. Oh, it is. It's a stop motion animation. Just like what's it called? Chicken Run and what was that? Wallace and Gromit. And it looks like it has very good review. Ah, another cast of Succession.
Oh, Sarah Snook.
Sorry, boys. I just wanted to tell you because I'm Australian. It's very personal to me because I'm an Australian guy. And the funny thing is, they never found the dingo that killed this area. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be difficult to even distinguish which one was which. And by now, it's already dead because dingoes don't live as long as humans.
How long do they live?
I'm pretty sure they're like maybe 15,
Oh
20
my
years
God.
lifespan. I think that's usually the lifespan of these wild animals, like canine ones.
It's so funny how we can just be calories for other animals.
Let's see how long they live. Dingo lifespan. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Up to 14, 16 years in captivity, but in the wild, up to 10 years. So that dingo is already dead.
All right, guys. I think it's time to end it now.
Yeah, we're running very low on blood sugar. We need to eat.
Yo, big shout out to Richan Hong, Scott Walker, ZZ, Voida Parrot, Jasmine, Kayla Marie, Music, Russian ID, Prickly Pear, Music, and all our
Soulless
61 subscribers. Soulless Trench Coat, our 61 subscribers. I just heard you read my previous comment and realized how incoordinate sounded. Yeah.
They live as long as they don't get bitten by a snake or something.
Hey guys, next week, is Lazarus gonna end next week?
I don't know. I think it was. I saw episode 7 or 8 was released. Let's see the plan for the last episode. Oh, I guess 8 is gonna be the last episode, or is it? Hold on. So we're gonna talk about maybe Lazarus. We're gonna have to watch. I mean, review 2 episodes.
No, but next
of
week,
The
Last of Us is gonna be 100%.
Huh?
Last of Us is gonna end tomorrow, season 2.
Oh, that's the last episode.
Yeah, episode 7.
Okay.
So next week we're gonna definitely talk about Last.
All right.
of Us.
Lazarus has a long way to go before it's done. June 29th, episode 13 is gonna be the last episode of the first season. And hold on, what else do we need to talk about? I think there's also like a movie coming up that I have completely forgotten about. Hold on. What do we have? We have Mission Impossible. Oh, Sinners. Okay, we got Sinners. Okay. Sinners look interesting. It's like a vampire down south.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Big shout out to Walker, ZZ, and Void, our triple trouble, for joining the chat as always. Please leave a reply if you have some thoughts on anything we talked about. This has been JoeJinMovie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye. And we will probably, I don't know, we're thinking maybe Chinese. What did you guys think of Once Upon a Time? You see, you're going to watch episode 1. Okay, we haven't seen it yet, but we will talk about it as soon as we watch it. White Lotus. Okay, everybody's talking about it. We'll also check that out. You forgot about the Free Willy movies. We also have to watch that too. Lazarus, Last of Us, and Sinners. Well, we're not sure about Sinners
because it's not out in Korea.
I don't think it's out yet here.
But Lazarus and Last of Us 100%.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Bum 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 bum.
Won-Jin, stop it! Stop tying me up again after the show.
The Pigeon Lord is here.
No. Why do you
It's
have
commanding me
why
to
do you-
feed you more donuts, Joe.
Why do you have a headless squirrel in your freezer? Why is there like 16 bars of headless squirrels with their ass cured with a wooden stick in your fucking freezer, you fuck?